The horses are now coming onto the track for the fourth here at ASD, one of our co-featured events. It's the 2012 Graduation Stakes. The race for 2-year-olds will cover a distance of 5.5 furlongs. The purse, $30,000 guaranteed. Number 1 is Come On Baby, Light My Fire, owned by the Off the Wind stable and Ardell Sailor, trained by Ardell Sailor, Paul Nolan to ride. 2 is Chica Wow Wow, wearing the colors of the Off the Wind stable and Ardell Sailor, trained by Ardell Sailor with Adolfo Morales. 3, Portales, wearing the colors of owner Terry Props, trained by Charlie Smith with Tyrone Nelson in the ride. 4, DeHoot, wearing the colors of Nicole Sailor, trained by Ardell Sailor with Trevor Simpson. 5 is John Q, wearing the colors of owner Ted Connick, David Nelson, and Barry McQueen, trained by Carl Anderson with Robert Reeves Jr. 6 is Douglas, wearing the silks of owners Don Schnell and Barry Arneson, trained by Don Schnell with Jennifer Reed up. 7 is Cattle Hauler, wearing the colors of Bob Butts, Gordon Butts, Tim Butts, and Randy Haug, trained by Robertina Diodoro, Scott Williams in the ride. 8 is Sharp A, wearing the silks of owner Aressa Harris, trained by Clayton Gray with Praven Badry. Number 9 is Stormin' Along, owned and trained by Roger Hansen. Rohan Singh will ride. Race 4, the $30,000 Graduation Stakes. Post time, take note, just 7 minutes. Steps up, Stormin' Along from the outside, and we're set. He moves in. They're at the post. And they're off in the 2012 $30,000 Graduation Stakes. John Q away a little sluggish. Sharp Ray broke well and moves right out after the early lead. Portales into the mix. Emerging now from the pack, there goes Chica Wow Wow. Come on, baby, light my fire. Got away well down to the rail. Up the backstretch they go. The advantage is short one for Chico Wow Wow. Instant pressure from Portales. In between horses, there goes a Sharp A to the far outside and Stormin' Along. They got 2.5 lengths back to John Q's on the move down to the rail. Come on, baby, light my fire. And they head into the far turn. Chica Wow Wow continues to hold them at bay, but with a bold move, the first-time starter Stormin' Along pulls alongside and just goes right on by to get the lead. It's Stormin' Along hitting the top of the lane in front. Down to the rail, Chica Wow Wow will have to do more. Portales launches her bid from the center of the track. She's a threat to the far outside. John Q, the long shot, looking to pull the upset. And down the stretch, they come in the $30,000 Graduation Stakes. To the outside, it's a bold bid by John Q. And John Q has the best stride late. And John Q's going to do it. Bombs away, $37 on the board. Portales, the sharp Canterbury filly, grabs the place position over Come On Baby, Light My Fire. Now moving into the winner's enclosure. The winner of the co-featured Graduation Stakes, the $30,000 2012 Graduation Stakes. The winner, number 5, John Q. John Q's a 2-year-old bay gelding by Repent, under the mare Ranba by Relaunch. Owned by Ted Connick, David Nelson, and Barry McQueen, trained by Carl Anderson. Ridden to victory by Robert Reeves Jr. 5.5 furlongs in 108. Once again, our thanks and recognition to the Honorable Jim Rondo, Minister of Healthy Living, Seniors, and Consumer Affairs, on hand this afternoon here at Assiniboia Downs to make the presentations to the winning connections of the 2012 Graduation Stakes. Horse official, here are the prices. 5, John Q, $37.20 to win, $13.50 to place, $5.70 to show. 3, Portales second, $4.10 to place, $3.20 to show. 1, Come On Baby, Light My Fire third, $4.50 to show. The Quinella, $56.70. The Triactor, $897.70. 3 to 3 in the pick 3, $690.30. The Exactor, $181.10, and a 20-cent Superfecta, $659.55. In the upcoming 5th here at ASD, number 7, Count of Nosha will race with blinkers on. Race 5, number 7, Count of Nosha, blinkers on. Number 10, Scotty Q, make the jockey Scott Williams. Scott Williams will ride number 10, Scotty Q. The 5th here at ASD, up next. And ladies and gentlemen, directing your attention right back down to the winner's enclosure, Paticos Kurt Contois has the winning connections of the 2012 graduation stakes. Kurt?
Thank you very much, Darren. And here we are with the winning team. Robert Reeves Jr. will start out. Robert, at the gate.
Oh yeah, he just kind of he don't have a lot of speed. He's a big horse. He's a little bit nervous in there, and we had to sit there a long time. And when the breaks, he just kind of hops up out of there. But there was tons of speed in there. He don't have that kind of speed.
Yeah, so it actually, do you think it worked out to your advantage, kind of getting a little left at the gate?
Well, no, because he wasn't going to go with them anyway, So I didn't want him left at the gate, but he just kind of fell out of there. And I was able to pick my spot, but everybody went. I was just worried about position for the turn.
Yeah, definitely you were able to weave your way through. Early on, you gave him a couple good hits to kind of get him into the race. You think that kind of made him go up there a little bit more?
Yeah, he just needs a little encouragement. The dirt was hitting him. He had a lot of speed in front of him. And, he's a young horse, and, with dirt in her face, they're only going to take so much,
See, at the head of the lane, I thought you might run out of gas because you seem to be using the horse so early on. But did you know you still had lots of horse at the head of the lane?
Yeah. Yeah, the speed in front of me, the horses in front of me weren't going nowhere. They pretty much threw their course down the backside. You can see them coming right back. I was just worried about, somebody coming outside of me if anybody was, coming, but there was a lot of speed in there. I think everybody was pretty much in front of me.
Well, an excellent ride, and you blew up the tote board again. People will like that. Carl Anderson, Robert Reeves, you did with Witch's Coven in the Sun, did it again. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Lisa and Tevin and Cuban are working really hard on these horses, and they tell me, they watch them every day, and they tell me how to, try this or try that, and it seems to be working so far.
Way to go. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Yeah. Okay, Carl, this is a 2-year-old that you had touted to be one of the best that you've ever trained.
Exactly. I had a horse called What a Hoist one time, the best 2-year-old I ever had, and this is the second best one.
And he kind of got in a little trouble in his last start, ran against a really good one first time out, caught line, just couldn't catch the speed. But last time had a little bit of a wild trip in there. But it looked like the horse is a good closer.
He's a real good closer, and he's dead fit. I train him just like an old horse, and he takes it, and he looks for more.
Well, coming into that last race, you were kind of halfway around the racetrack on the outside when you got pushed out in there. But the horse kept coming and driving, so the 5.5 furlongs wasn't out of the question?
No, he'll go 6 or 7 better.
Well, that's a good thing. Congratulations, you did a great job and a very nice win today.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now we'll go over to Barry McQueen. Barry,
Kurt.
How are we doing today?
Kurt, you got to meet my 2 partners here, Dave and Ted Connick.
Dave, Ted, how are we doing? Much better, I guess.
Great, eh?
Oh, coming into the race, you see that you were a long shot on the board, but you knew you had a talented horse.
Yes, he's a pretty nice horse. He's built well. He's been sound. We've had as a 3rd race as a 2-year-old. I think that's pretty good for a 2-year-old.
Oh, definitely when you have your trainer touting it as one of the best 2-year-olds he's ever trained, and Carl's trained, a couple thousand horses.
Right.
What was your expectations coming in, and what would you have lived with for the horse to finish today, even though it did win?
Well, we knew there's a couple of good horses in there. Smitty had a good horse in there, and the other one from Alberta. But, we were sort of hoping if we come 2nd or 3rd, we'd be happy. And it's certainly exciting when you start to have them running and coming down from the very last position right up to the front. That's very exciting.
It's either gives you a heart attack and a lot of gray hair, or it's really exciting and you meet at the bar afterwards.
Yeah, right.
So was this a big purchase for you?
Well, no, I forget what we paid for them. Then 8 or 9, was it?
It's all a big crapshoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely is fancy. As, for example, $800, made $500,000. You never know. You could pay $1 million for them and run for maiden $5,000 the next year.
No.
But you guys spent a little bit of money for them, and now it's coming up smelling like roses.
No, that's right. And we have to thank Carl, who's been, he picked it out for us. And then the grooms back at the barn, every time they came back, they hosed them down good, and they really looked after him like he was a real champion horse then. But we really didn't know until today. We think we have a pretty nice horse, and we'll be better as a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Looks like a little monster. Congratulations, Ted. Anything to add?
Oh, I just want to thank Barry for getting us a good 2-year-old and Carl for getting us a good 2-year-old. Hopefully now we've got something for next year for a 3-year-old, as a 3-year-old.
Oh, looking forward to that. And Dave, anything to add?
Thank you. It's a great feeling to be associated with partners like this. And Carl Anderson and I go back a long way. I worked on the backstretch, and I've had a lot of horses that never got to this spot, and this is a real thrill. And it's great that everybody's here, and they should all come out and enjoy the atmosphere and see some good horses that all the folks here in Manitoba are bringing down the track. Thank you.
No doubt about it. Thank you very much. The impressive winner of the graduation, John Q, Robert Reeves Jr., Carl Anderson, Dave Nelson, Ted Connick, and Barry McQueen. Back up to you, Darren.
Thanks, Kurt. Race 5 here at ASD is up next. The replays are going to follow in just a moment. We do want to announce all of the hat winners. Please, if you hear your name, immediately go to guest services. We have presentations coming up after Race 5 in the winner's circle. The following names qualify as fabulous hat winners, and please go to guest services. Jay Taylor, Shauna Fay, Casey Mann, Victoria Ricard, Kaylin Danielson, Karen Sidley. That's Jay Taylor, Shauna Fay, Casey Mann, Victoria Ricard, Kaylin Danielson, and Karen Sidley. The advantage is short one for Chico Wow Wow. Instant pressure from Portales. In between horses, there goes a Sharp A to the far outside and storming along. They got 2.5 lengths back to John Q, who's on the move down to the rail. Come on, baby, light my fire. And they head into the far turn. Chica Wow Wow continues to hold them at bay, but with a bold move, the first-time starter storming along, pulls alongside, and just goes right on by to get the lead. It's storming along, hitting the top of the lane in front. Down to the rail, Chica Wow Wow will have to do more. Portales launches her bid from the center of the track. She's a threat to the far outside. John Q, the long shot, looking to pull the upset. And down the stretch, they come in the $30,000 graduation stakes. To the outside, it's a bold bid by John Q. And John Q has the best stride late. And John Q's going to do it. Bombs away. $37 on the board. Portales, the sharp Canterbury filly, grabs the place position over Come On Baby, Light My Fire.